and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be taken at the 13.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Red on red. Think right.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 4.
Rip, 23. Son, that's what it's hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here.
And he is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now a draw play. It's Walker.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They're going to look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you're always worried about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Play action. It's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Here's Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Here's Logan Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Here's Horton.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. They'll look to throw. On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 6. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
This time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They'll come up now on second down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. First and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Back to throw, Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here's Lawrence. And that's complete to Brown.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
This is first and 10.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle.
Here's first down.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
A 52-yard attempt.
And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. So 3 points, the deciding margin, and the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days, anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it. But that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good. Exactly right. And when they do miss it, I'm not sure we give enough gravity to the idea of, you know, that's a really long kick in a difficult situation, folks. Tough attempt, and he missed.
So for the Jags, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.